Hello everyone, Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com. You know, after all this time, 16 years as a pro, people are still misdiagnosing what Floyd Mayweather does. A mobile counterpuncher. Now, I know he has his fights figured out in his little infomercials. I used to call him 24/7. He will take some time when he's joking on camera and he will model and mimic the opponent he's facing, whether it's Marquez, Guerrero. At that point, he has it figured out. He always has had it figured out. Let's step into his game plan. Let's step past 24/7. Let's talk about what the great trainers would talk about. Let's talk about what a adept, flawless almost execution of game plan camp like Mayweather specializes in. Let's talk the nuts and bolts of styles. We're inside the Mayweather camp. What are we looking at when we're looking at Canelo Alvarez? Strength, youth, power, size. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you can't do two things. If you can't hit and if you can't land. These are going to, as far as Mayweather's concerned, are going to center around positioning. What do we see? If you're lining up with somebody, if I'm going to be fighting like Canelo Alvarez, I'm going to have this hand here, fundamentally strong, this hand here, and I want to land a strong right hand. I'm not just a brawler. I'm not going to come right in and just attack. You know, I'm not Brandon Rios. I'm not going to cover, take a beating, and then fire back. I have game, and although I love watching Rios, Alvarez has many more wrinkles to it. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to realize that one thing I don't want to get hit with is a long right hand. So, is there a way to avoid that? Yes, absolutely. It has nothing to do with reading the motion pattern of the body. It's the front step. If I'm going to throw a hard right hand, if any good fighter is going to throw a hard right hand, he has to step his foot out at an angle. It's not the up I can move or the dip I can move. It's a lateral angle with a plant. Something's coming from the other side as soon as that happens. It's coming hard. It's coming hard. Very few fighters can step and drop step a shot like that. Very few Western style boxers can do it. But Canelo goes here, plants here, and then unlike fighters who are supposed to be quote-unquote better boxers, Canelo will move his head back. Now when he's operating on defense, of which he's justifiably proud, his motion pattern with his upper body is something that we're going to have to watch if we're in the Mayweather camp. What you're not going to see is this kind of just rattling back and forth. You know, I remember when Tommy Morrison tried to implement many of the stylistic tendencies of Mike Tyson. Tommy Morrison was a legitimate force, but he didn't bend his legs. He would move his body here, and so it was harder for him to get going offensively and to get back into defensive position. Mike Tyson would lean, he would lean, and Alvarez knows how to do this. The question is, are they going to have him angling back and forth? Is he going to be going from over here to over here? I think not. I think they're going to line him up in a probe step attack going forward and back because there's less to counter. It's harder to get to the side and then come in. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to force the clinch. I want to wait till he throws the right hand if I'm going to close. So it's going to sound crazy, but if I'm looking to close the distance on Canelo, I'm going certainly to wait till he throws that right hand and then follow that back. That way I just have to watch out for the left hand as I close. And Mayweather is adept at a two-hand clinch. Another thing, if I'm Mayweather, I'm not going to the ropes for a second. This is a guy who can lift you off the ground with one body shot. It makes absolutely no sense. And if he's walking forward, if Mayweather's walking forward, it's pretend, just to get Canelo to lead off. What I'm looking to do is to use the intercepting fist, the intercepting timing. And so Floyd specializes in this. Great fighters do. When you get a mediocre trainer, mediocre teacher, they'll say, well, somebody hits and then you hit. Well, you can never follow that hand fast enough back. What you're looking for is to cross it, to intercept it. What Bruce Lee's style, Jeet Kune Do, literally translates to is intercepting fist. And that's the type of timing you're looking to utilize. You have to read the motion pattern of Alvarez steps so you don't get hit really hard. And then you have to time those, because when you land shots, it doesn't hurt him. Not really, but it'll move his head about. And I think if you're Mayweather, you know that Alvarez cannot take a rapid first stride motion more than one fist length, more than one arm's length. So he's going to be looking to ride out the first step, detect that first step, and Alvarez is not stupid. So what is he going to do? Well, he's going to say, I want to control the timing. This is about the inner wisdom of breaking rhythm. And so he's going to say, I want to control the timing, so I'm not going to allow that to happen. Then you just follow an intermediate style attack pattern if you're Mayweather. Lead off, fake, get him to respond, move, and then while he responds, hit him, move position again. You know, people will say, well, this won't work against somebody like Alvarez because he's so good. Look, I can put a pad on my hand, stand in front of a professional fighter in the gym, and I can go hit, 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 and they will miss that fourth shot. You can rotate guys off. You can spin them off. And so, like Floyd has done for a long time, he's going to look to make the guy march into his attack. If that happens, he will control the distance, he will control the timing, he will use the economy of motion that his straight attacks allow him to do. He can go in at a tight angle with his left hook. That right cross will make a man reset his feet. That's all he wants to do with that weapon. He controls time. Floyd doesn't control power. He doesn't even control speed. He controls time in the ring. 3 minutes at a time, 12 of them in a row. He'll probably get about 9 of them right, and that's how he wins. He needs to control what we call set point control when Canelo plants. Canelo plants, then fires. It's a sophisticated attack. It's not one-dimensional with Alvarez, and he's going to get better. But he doesn't have a fast first stride step the way Chavez Sr. didn't have a fast first stride step to neutralize and chase down Whitaker. This is what Mayweather is going to do. He's going to look to force Canelo to throw, hit him while he throws, neutralize his offense, never get caught on the ropes, keep the fight in the center of the ring, circle out of it, away from anything he doesn't like, and force these openings so that he can confuse the slower, stronger man. This is what I think is going to happen. This is what I've seen happen many other times. Let me know what you think. Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com. I'm Christian Shreve, and I'm here to tell you about why I think you should own my new book, Money Boxing, which is on sale now. Money Boxing has something for everyone, whether or not you know anything about boxing. You're about to receive a backstage pass into a world of glamour, corruption, and intrigue. And you're going to learn about the system, which is the only thing the casinos have had to fear in a long time. You can own Money Boxing by clicking on the link below now. I think you'll like it.